Hi. If you're joining me, you've probably purchased my Christmas 2020 kit, and so I'm going to show you first how to make this card. This is the Poinsettia Card. You have a list of supplies on the flyer that I sent, and for this one I used the poinsettia dies and the, which I want to show you, they're great. There's a whole bunch of different ones here, and some of them when you cut actually do the embossing at the same time, so they're really beautiful. And they also match the images on the designer series paper that goes with this suite. These are the ones that cut out images. This cut out the berries, and this is the gold sprig that you're going to see on your card. So, and this is the stamp set. They match. They come as a bundle. You get 10% off if you buy both together, although you can purchase them separately. So we're going to start with this one, and I'm going to lay that aside. You will get a little bag, and by the way, if you haven't seen it, this is our new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I don't know if you can see it. Here's the side of it, and the sides fold down so that, I don't know if you can see that, but it's more compact then when you want to use it. It's similar to the Big Shot. It works the same way, but it's a little more compact for storage, and it's white, not black. Okay, so we're going to start with the Poinsettia Card, and you'll get a bag that looks like this with all your supplies in it. And you're going to need, for each card, 1 strip of the designer paper, 2 of the vanilla papers, 1 of the poinsettias. Now, yours may come pre-cut like this, or they may come where you have to fussy cut. I cut these out of the designer paper, and there weren't enough that matched the die. So some of you may have to fussy cut around that, and I apologize, but just use a pair of scissors and pretend you're in kindergarten again, and all should go well. Okay, and then you'll need 1 of each of the sprigs, 1 of the ribbon, and 3 of the little embellishments. Should have gotten 9 total, so you'll use 3 on each card. If I can get the last one out here. All right, we'll do it this way. There we go. There's my 3rd one. Okay, so what you're going to do for this card is you're going to start with your cardstock, and you're going to fold that in half. If you have a bone folder, that's great to use. You get a nice crisp fold. I forgot mine, so I just used my pick tool. Works too. And then you are going to, I would probably stamp this first if you're stamping. Some of you had requested kind of stamped. I've printed them off on my computer, so they may look a little bit different, but your pre-done saying would go here. If it's on the cutout, you might want to pop it up a little with a dimensional, or you can lay it flat. If you're stamping, you're going to use your black ink pad, or whatever color you choose, and your stamp, and you're going to ink those up. Mine says Merry Christmas because I didn't know who was using these. If you had me send a pre-stamped or a pre-printed image, it will say Happy Holidays, just because I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, so that way you have the option of sending it to anyone. So once you've stamped that, you're going to put your adhesive on the back, and I'm using the new Stampin' Seal. And then before you put this strip down, right here, oh, by the way, this other piece goes inside, so let's put that inside so that it's out of our way. So this one goes inside. Okay. Now for this designer paper, you want to tie your ribbon on before you adhere this down. So you're just going to take this little piece of ribbon, and you're just going to tie a square knot so that it wraps around this piece, just for a little extra embellishment. And you can trim off those extra pieces. I don't have my scissors, so I'll do that later. And then you can go ahead and put that piece onto your card. like so. Next, you're going to take this piece, which is this little sprig, and for this, a liquid adhesive works the best. And I have just this little, oh, mine's a little clogged. Anyway, you would probably, the best thing here is some liquid adhesive, but since I don't have mine, I'm just going to use little strips of this. Whatever you decide is the best. You're going to cover a lot of it, so, and you're just going to put that down in place how you want it. And then next you're going to do the same thing with this one, with the little colored sprig. Put that, and make sure you raise them up just a little bit, not overlapping the words, but a little bit so that when you put your poinsettia down, they're not totally covered. And then for the poinsettia, I am going to use the dimensionals, and you should have some of these in your pack with your envelopes. Any specialty adhesives that you needed, I put in there. I'm using 3. You could get away with just using 1, and if you're mailing, that might be the best anyway. But I'm going to take the little backing off. These are a double-sided foam, so they have the sticky on this side when you pull them off, and then you just pull that backing off. I'm going to add that to my card. And then last, I'm going to use these little embellishments, and if you don't want to use this, you don't have to. This is the little pick tool, and I'm just going to twist this up until that clay starts to come out. That's sticky, so it'll help me pick things up. And then I'm going to back it off so it doesn't keep coming out, because I don't want too much sticking out. And you're just going to put that against your little embellishments, and I usually push it to the side. Well, there we go. If you have the pick tool, it also has a pointy side, and sometimes that's easier to get under it. And you're just going to attach those in the center. And I did it mostly on top of, come here. These particular embellishments, by the way, if you fold the paper, they're on a little plastic backing. If you fold it, it's easier to get a hold of the edge, like that. And then the top part doesn't come off from the background. And so there you have it, our finished card with the little embellishments in the middle. And once these are trimmed off, it's going to look like this. So that's our first card, and now we'll move on to the second. You should have another video link that you can follow on your flyer.